Veterinarians, do you have enough pet patients coming in each month to satisfy your business? Well, stay tuned to see a done-for-you veterinary marketing system that allows for predictable and consistent pet patients month after month. Before we go anywhere, I want to start with a little bit of history in advertising. It was a guy by the name of John Winamaker in the early 1900s who said that half the money I spend on advertising is wasted. The trouble is, I don't know which half. Well, that's still true today. The difference is that we know which half is wasted. Some of the marketing problems for veterinarians are that there are lots of marketing dollars not producing predictable results. It will occur like most of your marketing budget is wasted. There's a lack of marketing expertise, which requires a reliance on outside marketing vendors, and the rapidly changing marketing technology landscape makes it difficult to stay up with the trends. That may seem daunting, but stay tuned. Things will look better. We start with a little bit of background so you get an idea of what the marketing landscape today looks like. If you've ever gone to Google, and you've probably gone to Google, and you've typed in your search terms, the search terms we're looking at here are veterinarian in Dallas, Texas. That's called the search engine results page. The results that show up on the search engine results is the search engine results page. SERP for search engine results page. Today's battleground for your next patient occurs on the SERP, search engine results page. Quickly, the top part of the search engine results page are advertisements. You need to be ranked inside of there so that your next pet patient owner can find you. You also need to be ranked in the Google 3-pack to be found, and that's part of your search engine optimization. And then the rest of your page is all about SEO, search engine optimization. In other words, what Google thinks you want to be found for when somebody searches for your business. Whether or not you get listed there can be the difference between acquiring a new pet patient and not. A little bit of background on advertising. There's many different types of advertising. We're just going to highlight 5 of them here for you today. The first is pay-per-click, and that's where you, on the top of the page, click on an ad and you pay for every time somebody clicks on it. Display advertising is like when you go to New York Times and you see an ad for that shoe you saw on Amazon or whatever else is going on in your life that you've been around. Then there's YouTube, which is your traditional video advertising. You've all seen social, been on Facebook or Instagram or something like that, and seen an ad that is relevant to you and what you're up to. And then there's store, and in the veterinary space, there really isn't a whole lot of store sales going on because you guys provide a service. Then there's search engine optimization, and there's 2 different distinctions of where search engine optimization matters. There's the on-page stuff that allows Google to find your business and categorize you for search. Then there's off-page, which tells Google that you're relevant and should be listed. In other words, other people think that you're relevant. Then there are the results. And the Google 3-pack and the search engine listing are the results of your properly configured search engine optimization. Here's a quick case study of a veterinarian in Florida that's one of our clients. They had a problem. They weren't getting visibility in the search results locally. And that's for everything from veterinary to veterinarian to boarding to grooming. There was no real search results, and that's because Google thought that every other veterinarian was more important than them. So their response was SEO services. And after a few months, they started to rank, and you can see the rising tide of their rankings in their local area. Right now, they're page 1, position 1. That's the most important spot. They have 21 listings. And that includes things like animal care and boarding and pet dental and vets in. And then the first top 5 positions, the coveted top 5, they have 124 listings. That means 124 separate keyword searches in their local area will yield them as a result. On page 1, which is the only page that anybody ever goes to, they have 225 listings. And now, just in case some people go to page 2, they have 340 listings between pages 1 and 2. And yes, those are common results that we get all the time. One of the things that you need to be able to do is track the success of your marketing campaigns down to the individual source, medium, source being like Facebook or Bing or Yelp or Google, the medium being pay-per-click or banner ads or YouTube or search engine optimization, down to the campaign, if it's a standard campaign or not, and then the ad that was associated with that ultimate connection. We track whenever anybody connects with you on a form on your website where that person found you. So you can look and see what campaign is working, what isn't, and then make intelligent, informed decisions about where to put your next ad budget dollars. We can even pair that back to where did that pet patient find you and whether or not they came in and did business with you. That means that we can know what ad caused what sale. We also track leads by telephone number. So when somebody calls in, we'll know that they called from a Yelp pay-per-click campaign and what it is that had them contact you. What was their intention when they contacted you? And then you compare that telephone number up to whether or not they made an actual transaction with you to find out whether or not that call campaign worked. Ultimately, you want a summary to know whether or not what platform is going to provide you with what kind of patients over time and what kind of revenue is generated. Not just revenue this month, because the immediate revenue is interesting, but that's the start of a relationship, not the end of the relationship. What you're really looking at is what is the lifetime value of that pet patient and the marketing campaign that you're looking at. So for instance, this campaign generated from $3,380 worth of ad budget, $7,830 worth of business. And the lifetime business was $70,000 worth of business for a $3,000 investment. How often would you put $3,380 on the table and consistently get $70,000 worth of benefit from it? I don't know about you, but I would do that all day long. We have a roofer in Seattle that used this predictable business system to grow from $250,000 a month to $667,000 a month in 3 months. And we brought down their cost of per job acquisition down from $1,800 per job down to $300 per job. And this roofer in Washington said, "This is the greatest stuff ever. I now tell the predictable business system how many new jobs I want, and they send me that many jobs my way consistently and predictably." Schedule an appointment today. Get this system started for you. It's cost effective and it'll make your business thrive.